Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 2010 State Farm Home Run Derby from Angels Stadium in Anaheim, California. It is our privilege to welcome viewers from all around the United States, from Canada, from Mexico, why stop there, from all over the world as we televise live here on ESPN. Okay, Southern California, this is your chance to show everybody that when it comes to home runs, you are far from being laid back. So let's let everyone hear it loud and clear from Angels Stadium all the way to the heavens. And please give a big welcome to our 8 contestants this afternoon / this evening. First one up will be the center fielder from the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's got 15 home runs, Chris Young. The first batter from the American League got off to a wonderful quick start from the Toronto Blue Jays. The center fielder has 19 home runs, Vernon Wells. Last year, a Brewer won it. It was Prince Fielder. Will it be 2 straight years for a Milwaukee Brewer? The right fielder's last swing, a walk-off homer yesterday for Milwaukee. He's got 21 of them, Corey Hart. You know he leads the league in fun and pies in the face, and maybe tonight's his night. 15 homers, right fielder from the New York Yankees, Nick Swisher. He can hit long ball, this left fielder for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's warming up like summer in St. Louis, Matt Holliday. He leads the league in smiles, the heart and soul of the Boston Red Sox. Coming on just like he said, the first baseman with 18 homers, Big Papi David Ortiz.
Why I gotta get booed? What did I feel?
He's a young man, only 26, but his 3rd straight start at shortstop for the National League. From the Florida Marlins, 13 dingers, Hanley Ramirez. And could we possibly have a triple crown? He leads the American League in batting average. He leads the American League in RBIs. He's 2nd in homers with 22. He won a World Series when he was only 20. Now the first baseman for the Detroit Tigers, Miguel Cabrera. So there they are, ladies and gentlemen, your 8 contestants tonight. And here are our 3 compatriots this evening here on our State Farm Home Run Derby. I'm Chris Berman, glad you can be with us. With the Hall of Famer, as always, Joe Morgan. And he managed the Rangers. He managed the Mets, but we don't remember him from that. We remember him from this. Look at him. A youngster. Once upon a time, a California Angel. Couple of stints. Bobby Valentine, do I say welcome home?
Great. It's great to be home. First time in the new Big A here in Anaheim. It's a beautiful ballpark. And
Joe,
we're ready to
home
go.
run derby. We got a new compatriot here.
Well, we've gone through a lot of them. Bobby may last a while. We had Alex Rodriguez. We've had Mike Piazza.
Yep.
We've had some of the great players in the history of the game here. So
that's great company, and I'm in great company with you two.
Thank you
I'm
very
honored
much.
to be here.
Doesn't matter who's in it, because you know someone's going to put on a show. Someone or a couple of players always put on a show, and it's not the names that you normally think about often. So with that being said, put you on the spot, Joe. What's your pick?
Well, I listened to the introductions, and the best one was for Miguel Cabrera. And I'm going to go with Miguel Cabrera, even though the last 4 out of 5 home run winners, Derby winners, were left-handed hitters. And I think left-handed hitters have an advantage in this ballpark, but they need an advantage if they're going to beat him.
There is a little advantage going out there to right field, and I'm going to take Jose Ortiz because he is the man. He is ready to go. And when Tony Pena said that Ortiz is going to be the man, I'm with him because Tony Pena's throwing to him.
Well, I think it's great that he is the Big Papi is in this. If it's a National League or anything, it's Holliday. But I'm going to go with a Canadian breeze. I'm going on a long shot.
Okay.
Vernon Wells. What do you think? You don't like
look,
it.
any one of them can win. They're
I had
all
Graham
good.
McDowell in
They're
the
all
U.S.
good.
Open. Come on now. I'm on a roll.
These are the best of the best, so any one of them could
We're
win
going to go with
put on a
Vernon
show.
Wells. We'll try it. Someone's going to put on a show. Kick back, relax, and enjoy it. Now, in case you have forgotten, the ceremonial first pitch. We'll get to the rules and stuff shortly. But once upon a time, this man in 1989, the last time we had an all-star game here at the Big A, leading off against Rick Russell. Bo knows long ball onto the tarp. Hits center field, Wade Boggs followed with a homer. First time the AL won back-to-back all-star games since 57, 58. And here he is, memory of the past and a reminder of what a great talent Bo Jackson was. He'll throw out tonight's first pitch. And handing the ball off to him will be John Sinner, State Farm agent from Alhambra, California.
Where is the catcher? Who is that catcher?
He could have pitched, huh, guys?
Still got some heat.
He could have pitched. Well, all right, if you're just joining us for the first time, get ready for some excitement. If you forget the rules, here's a reminder. Each player gets 10 outs in every round. Swings that don't produce home runs or outs. Top 4 home run totals advance. Now the totals carry over from round 1 into round 2 with the same rules. 10 outs, swing that doesn't produce a homer, that's an out. Top 2 home run totals can advance. And then we go to the championship rounds. We erase everything. We do not carry over from the second round. The player with the highest total, he is your winner. Our dimensions. The 2 lines, left and right, here at the Big A, 330. I got to call it the Big A for the old days. Left center, 387. Center field, 400 feet. Right center, 370 feet. Right field line, 330. After 9 outs, the goal ball is in play. Every goal ball homer worth $17,000 donation from both State Farm and MLB combined. State Farm also donating $3,000 for every non-goal ball homer as well. $17,000 based on $17,000. State Farm agents in the U.S. and Canada. Well, you've seen the 3 of us, but let's add a little pomp and circumstance to the proceeding, shall we? We welcome our compatriot, Erin Andrews. Erin, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chris. Thanks so much. We have 8 children here from the local Boys and Girls Clubs, and each one of them is going to be paired up with somebody from the Derby. Now, the one that is paired with the winner of this receives a $50,000 prize. The other 7 children, they don't go home empty-handed. They'll earn their club a $10,000 prize, all courtesy of State Farm, Bill.
Thank you, Erin. Look forward to you talking with all the players tonight. The All-Stars go to bat for the kids. State Farm going to bat for you fans. Log onto statefarm.com. Go to bat to choose your favorite charity from a pre-selected list. Starting Thursday through the end of the regular season, State Farm will randomly select one winner. That person receives a trip for 2 to the 2010 World Series. State Farm will also donate to the charity you pick $100 for every homer hit in the major leagues that week. Based on home run averages, this could be approximately $20,000 a week. Charity with the greatest number of entries at the end of the program will receive an additional $25,000 at season end. This is the 2010 State Farm Home Run Derby. Chris Berman, Joe Morgan, Bobby Valentine, Erin Andrews. And let's again take a look at tonight's batting order presented by Taco Bell. Leading off will be Chris Young, Vernon Wells hitting second, Corey Hart third, Nick Swisher fourth, cleanup if you will, Matt Holliday, David Ortiz, and cleanup for the National League, Hanley Ramirez, cleanup for the American League, the Triple Crown hopeful Miguel Cabrera. That was our Taco Bell starting lineup. Well, they're kind of coming in a little late. It was a beautiful, warmer than expected day here in Southern California, though it is summer and they're out there having fun in the warm California sun. Cabrera and Ortiz, two of the best stories this year in baseball. Comebacks in different ways. Ortiz just from quote, your quote finish, which he said, I'll show them, and here he is. Miguel Cabrera, who had the rough personal last week when the Tigers needed him most. They fell out of the playoffs. He went through rehab himself this offseason. He's a much better person. We can see what kind of player he is. Two really great comeback stories. Two of the best stories in not only the Home Run Derby, but also the All-Star game, Joe.
Well, when you look at Miguel Cabrera, he has been one of the best hitters in the game for a number of years. He came up at an early age and played and helped Florida win the World Championship, and he's been getting better each year. In fact, I picked him to be the most valuable player in the American League last year because when I saw him, he came to spring training, he was in such great shape. I felt like he would have a fabulous year. He did have a fabulous year, but he's doing better this year. He's playing much better this year, and Ortiz, Bobby, is coming back as well.
Absolutely, Joe. And David Ortiz, whose middle name is Jose, I hope, is just a...
It is now.
It's just a fabulous human being. You know, he had stuff thrown at him. He was booed. He was pronounced dead. But he has resurrected his life in his career up in Boston. That team has relied upon him, and he has answered the call. You've got to love David Ortiz and the Boston Red Sox the way they've come back from all these injuries so far this year.
Some of the stories we'll be talking about tonight and also tomorrow in the All-Star game. We lead off with a young man that's not as well known as David Ortiz or even Miguel Cabrera. That will be Chris Young, 26-year-old in his fourth full season. 15 homers, 61 RBIs, 266 for the Arizona Diamondbacks. A young man who was, it shows you, you don't have to be a heralded. He was a 16th round pick in 2001 by the White Sox. Young man from Houston. And here he is.
Well, he's having a really, really big year. He loves to play the game. He can run them down. And I think, as John Kruk says, he might have that lean and meanness to that body. And he might be able to go deep a few times, even though it's 17 feet deeper, I believe, out there in left center field. Torrey Hunter said, really tough on right-handers, Joe.
Definitely. But that's all right. My guy Cabrera will make it look small.
He makes every park look small.
So we're underway at the State Farm Home Run Derby for 2010. Chris Young having Sidney Holland pitch to him. And let's see if he can get off to a good start.
Now that's the key for a young guy, someone who's in this for the first time. Getting off to a good start, getting that first home run out of your system, and then you relax a little bit and you can swing easier.
And getting used to the BP pitcher also, I guess, Joe, you know, getting a rhythm so it's not rushing and it's not rushing his swing or the ball not making it.
Well, I like that he took the first three pitches just getting into it because, look, all-star game, the surroundings you're leading off, pretty difficult, isn't it? I mean, it's a lot of butterflies. Got to be.
I think you have to have the adrenaline's going, your knees are shaking, and he gets off to a good start.
And sends this one back, and it's our first homer. So Chris Young is on the board.
And you see him patting himself down.
Yeah,
He said, I got that first one. That's the one I was looking for.
It's not going to be an over.
Yeah.
In 07.
Now he's ready.
Yep. In 07, he was the first rookie to have a 30-homer, 25 stolen base season. So out in Arizona, you don't know about him so much. He got into this one a little bit. And so that will go as an out. Remember, any ball swung on that doesn't go out of the park is an out. He's patient enough. Ask Cub fans if they know him. Oh, that one's ripped, but that will not get out of there. 2 home runs against the Cubs in the NLDS for Arizona to help Arizona advance. That's going to be foul. So very quickly, 5 outs, Chris Young. You get 10.
And now he needs to slow down, and I think that's what he's doing. Just take a couple of pitches and find your rhythm again.
Pitchers are coming in fast, almost like an Iron Mike, aren't they?
Yeah, right. He needs to slow down.
Yeah, it's just as much pressure on the BP pitcher, believe me. Adrenaline's going out there, too. You don't usually throw BP with everyone in the stadium watching and all the money on the line.
And laying everyone in so that your man can hit a homer. I mean, some BP, you want to give them the tough curve balls on the outside corner, right, Bobby?
Well, you're usually laying it in there for confidence-wise, right, Joe? You always want guys to feel good because they could go into a slump in a hurry.
Yep.
You know what's interesting, though? Every day they do home run derby.
Yes.
The last round of batting practice, most players play home run derby that last round. But now they got to do it on a big stage.
Big stage, no cage around them. I think that really makes a big difference. You know, usually they hit batting practice with the batting cage. Now you're standing out there wide open. You don't have a helmet on either. Oh, he just got underneath that one. Nice swing, though.
Well, he's got to get moving. One's probably not going to get it done, and be facetious. He's got 3 outs to deal with, though.
He can get hot. He's a low ball hitter. He's taking all those high balls. He knows what he's doing.
Still patient enough. I like that.
Ah, Chris.
The gold ball is in there now, so maybe this is when maybe he sees the gold ball better, Joe. I don't know. We'll see.
There you see Vernon Wells mentally preparing himself for his at-bat.
That ball look weird. That ball look funny.
Gold ball in for $17,000 a homer. We'll be down to your final out. And he's underneath it. Well, he got one. So Chris Young of the Arizona Diamondbacks gave it a shot. These couple of days will certainly be a big thrill for him. He wanted to do a little better, but he was in it. He gave it a shot. But you know what? Pitching has owned the season, hasn't it, guys? So maybe even in batting practice, it's the same way. We'll go chronologically. How good has Ubaldo Jimenez been? 15-1, good. Not to mention no-hitter, first one in Rockies history, April 17th. Dallas Braden, get off of my mound. Perfect game, Oakland. Roy Halladay. Perfect game, Philly, Edwin Jackson. No-hitter, and then the imperfect game, Armando Galarraga had it. We all know what happened. The bottom line is you don't see one of these, a perfect game, once every blue moon. We had Burley last year, 2 perfect games this year, almost 3. Fellas, it's a pitching season. What's happening, Joe?
Well, I actually thought for years that the hitters had an advantage using the video and watching how the pitchers pitch to them. I actually think that the pitchers are making better use of video now and finding the hitters' weaknesses, and it seems like everyone has a game plan when they walk out on the mound now.
I couldn't agree with you more, Joe, and I think they're throwing more pitches now, and I think the information's getting to the pitchers a little more than the hitters. They have more time to study, as you say, the video, but also study their own mechanic, so they're throwing the ball extremely well. 96 is kind of regular. Here comes Vernon Wells now.
He got off to a big start for the Blue Jays, and will this carry enough?
No.
Not quite. About an hour before, I asked him who's going to pitch to. He says, I don't really know, which is not what I wanted to hear on my selection. So a very quick 2 outs. Vernon is one of the quiet play in Toronto. He's over 200 home runs, 211, 19 this year. 3rd time an All-Star.
He's on the board.
This is way back. Did this get out? No, not quite. Well, this one will be swinging.
Yes. Well, it gets out. Might have to have a videotape replay, see if it leaned over.
All right, we got one out.
No replay. We've got one at 361.
Young man from went to high school in Arlington, Texas, #1 pick back in 1997. His dad was a wide receiver for the CFL Calgary Stampeders. Absolutely fabulous athlete, can run them down in the outfield, and one of the greatest sports artists in our country. Does a wonderful job, his dad does, of portraits and sports arting. But I'm hoping that his son can be a home run artist, because so far only one, and that looks like he's under that a little too much. It's happening fast up here. Already 6 outs. It seems like not even as patient as the youngster Young.
It is the year of the pitcher.
Look out. Maybe I'll stick with Graham McDowell, huh, Joe?
He may have a better chance.
Vernon's going out of here quickly.
Well, again, these guys are their first time in this home run derby. And I think they're getting a little excited. The adrenaline flowing, and they're ready to hit.
Well, that one sends it back, and out of here, eh?
Hey, you're right.
So he can still do something. He's got 2. The leader in the clubhouse.
I saw a note that the average home run in the major leagues this year is 396 feet 9 inches. I mean, those some long bombs.
Yes.
That's big fly.
Gold ball is in with 1 out to go. Vernon Wells looks like he reached that one. Yeah,
so close.
Don't quite off the wall, which is an out.
That's the big area of this ballpark, left center field.
So Vernon got 2. That'll.
Oh, my fault.
He had 3.
Well,
so
this
who
was
knows?
the long one. That one was 428, Boomer, and I said the average home run is 396. And that was 428 for Vernon.
He wasn't patient. He saw only 18 pitches. I mean, you know who would like him? Joe West. We love Joe. Corey Hart, Nick Swisher coming up when we return to our 2010 State Farm Home Run Derby here in Anaheim.
State Farm Home Run Derby is presented by State Farm. Log on to statefarm.com/go-to-bat and let State Farm help you go to bat for your charity of choice. And in part by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. And Fusion, the 2010 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Get in and drive one. MLB at Home is presented by T-Mobile, here to connect you to what matters most. Learn about T-Mobile's COVID-19 response at T-Mobile.com.
Welcome back, everybody. ESPN 3D provides an unprecedented viewing experience, closest thing to actually being on the field. The State Farm Home Run Derby is also available on ESPN 3D. Subscribers of AT&T UVerse, Comcast, and DirecTV have access to ESPN 3D. Find out how you can get ESPN 3D. Go to ESPN.com/3D for more info. Don't know how we look in 3D, but we think Aaron Andrews will look pretty good. And Aaron, you got kind of like the lone angel over there.
He is the lone angel. The lone angel, Torrey Hunter, that told this entire ballpark that you wanted David Ortiz to win. The guy that just got booed during introductions. How come you want Papi to win? Of course you guys are boys, though.
Oh, well, definitely because we're boys, but I know that it's hard for a righty to really hit home runs here, and I really want somebody from the American League to win it, so I have to pick David Ortiz, and he's one of my favorite teammates of all time, and we're still buddies. We're like brothers, so I hope he wins it.
What's the key hitting a bomb in this place?
Hitting the ball out of this place, the key is swing hard just in case you hit it out. I mean, it's hard for me and for a lot of righties and for the players that play here, the Angels that play here. It's tough. You got the marine layer, thick air. At night it's a little cool, so the ball doesn't fly. So whenever we play a day game, everybody's swinging for the fence. And so during the day games it flies, but at night, no.
And I know Papi's glad you're not shagging out there for him. Thanks, Torrey.
Yeah, because I'll rob him. He knows it.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, boom.
Torrey Hunter, who can play center field with the best of them. This is Corey Hart. Thank you, Aaron. And
He's on the board.
oh, yeah, Corey Hart, Milwaukee Brewers. He's on the board. So they're talking about teammates. For those that forget, Big Papi once upon a time a Twin, and obviously
One of the biggest mistakes
Torrey
they ever
Hunter
made, letting him leave Minnesota.
No kidding. Look at that. Corey Hart. You got to have Hart. Prince Fielder won it last year. Brewers, he probably gave the good vibes to him. Corey, who won a game in the bottom of the 9th yesterday against Pittsburgh with a home run for the Brewers, and obviously he's taken that swing to Hart. And he's doing it to center field, fellas.
Well, what he's doing is keeping his rhythm by staying in the right center and back through the middle, and he's not pulling off.
This is a long way, and it's gone! Corey Hart, the young man from Bowling Green, Kentucky, is bowling him out of here.
When Albert Pujols was at his best in the home run derby, he was hitting balls to right center. That keeps you on the ball a little bit longer.
And you can't let the ball get deeper in batting practice. You don't have to cheat, and he's in a groove.
Sends
yes.
This one back. Gone! Corey Hart with a 5 spot and only 1 out. Heaven forbid he made an out.
Yeah, he had 5 in a row.
Corey got that vote, 2 years ago. He was the last man in. This year with 21 home runs among the major league leaders.
Wow, just missed it.
We talked about Vernon Wells' dad a moment ago. Get on the rock!
Nice.
What a miss that was!
Nice.
Wow!
Nice.
There's Corey's son.
Corey's son. His dad was a great softball player, by what Corey says. He said, I watched him hit. Well,
a lot different hitting the softball than hitting the baseball.
Corey Hart with 6 homers, just 3 outs. Sandy Guerrero, the hitting coach for the Nashville Sounds, pitching to Corey. 6'6".
Yes.
And this one is back. Gone.
I really like the way Sandy is allowing Corey to get set and not rushing him at all. They have a really good rhythm going. Woo! 4 outs and plenty to go.
Now, he just came up there and looked like he knew what he was doing, Joe.
Well, definitely by staying back through the middle, he got his rhythm. Now he is pulling the ball.
Does this have enough juice to get out of here? Wow, I mean, you don't think some of them are going to get out.
He's a big man. There's a little breeze going, Joe, but not much, really, huh?
So much for that marine layer, huh, boys? Hitting in the shadows. Oh, this one is way back. This one is on its way to San Juan Capistrano.
Into the dark. Forget about the shadows. My.
464. Didn't I say I picked Corey Hart at the beginning of the show?
Actually, I picked him at Sports Center.
Here's another one. Back it goes. Way back. Gone. 10 homers for Corey Hart.
11.
Make it 11. He's pretty soon peppering the 5, isn't he?
I think he's got a chance of getting into the next round.
You know what? There's always someone that puts on a show that you don't really anticipate coming into the park.
Well, he's leading the National League in home runs, so there is a little anticipation, isn't that right?
Yeah. This one is down the line, and it's way back and gone. 12 homers a dozen. Do we have a baker's dozen? Out number 6. Twice as many homers and outs. What a start for Corey Hart of the Brewers. And we should say that, like Prince Fielder last year, the Milwaukee Brewers have a great deal for their fans. Every homer he hits, there's a couple of games that they've designated. You take off $1 for each homer from the outfield seats, which are $40, and the Loge outfield seats, which are $30. All the homers that he hits today, there are a couple of games that they have later in the year you can start buying tomorrow. So last year when Prince Fielder had all the homers, the tickets were like $5. So Corey Hart has a chance to be a real fan for the Brewers fans. Fan favorite. Big Swishers had a long time to wait. He looks real nervous, doesn't he, guys? You're kidding, of course. Gold ball in for Corey Hart. 12 homers, last out.
Hey, this is really a show, and I think Nick Swisher's going to put on a show. He's not out of there yet.
Oh, man, this is way back towards the rock pile.
That ball got wet.
Wow. You know, I guess we should have given him a little more consideration because since May 18th, he's hit more home runs than anyone else in Major League Baseball. He's hit 18 home runs.
Well, that makes 31.
Yeah.
Standing ovation for Corey Hart. What a job.
That's good, man. That's good. That's good.
Well, he's got real good balance at the plate. He doesn't overstride, and he's not over-swinging. He started off by hitting balls to left center and right center, and I think that kept him from pulling off and kept him from swinging too hard. So a great job and a great game plan by Corey Hart.
His last 5 homers were all over 450 feet. How about that? Ryan Braun, his teammate, Brewers, who also did pretty well in the home run derby a couple years ago.
There he is, getting firm, getting off the backside. Wonderful follow through, wonderful swing.
Now, there's an obvious difference when hitting in game conditions and hitting at the home run derby. We explore and evaluate those differences with our sports science team and John Brenkus.
A batter's arms and shoulders are like coiled springs, loaded with potential energy. As the swing progresses, more and more energy is converted to kinetic energy. Hitting the ball later in the swing results in a faster bat speed at the moment of contact. And bat speed is the single most important factor in hitting for distance. Our data reveals that a bat moving 65 miles an hour at a 60-mile-an-hour pitch can send the ball flying 400 feet. Hitting a ball pitched 5 miles an hour faster only travels 5 feet farther. But increase the swing speed by 5 miles an hour on that 60-mile-an-hour pitch, and the ball will sail about 25 feet farther. Nearly 5 times the 5-foot difference of hitting a faster pitch. It's mainly about momentum, which is a product of mass and velocity. A 31-ounce bat has over 6 times more momentum than a 5-ounce ball, which is why swing speed is much more important than pitch speed in the home run equation. To put that in perspective, in the home run derby in Angel Stadium, the difference between hitting the warning track and going yard over the fence in left center, 387 feet away, could come down to a swing speed difference of only half a mile an hour. For Sports Science on ESPN, I'm John Brenkus.
All right, John, thank you very much. Well, here's a guy that figured that out about 600 times, almost. Alex Rodriguez, congratulations on another all-star selection, and welcome back to the game. We've gotten comfortable to seeing you, and you were once an analyst with us, right? In the home run derby, so this is a reunion for us.
Thank you. It's good to be here, and what a great venue, and exciting to see all these great guys hitting home runs.
Hey, man, you're hot now. What happened?
Trying to. I'm getting a little healthier over the last 2 or 3 weeks. Feeling stronger and healthier, and been working a lot in the mornings doing my pool work and stuff. And overall, I think I'm feeling better. And I'll tell you, Mark Teixeira is getting hot too.
Well, let's see if Nick Swisher can get hot. How will he be? He'll have the most fun up there, right?
Well, I said this. This is my prediction. If he goes over and rolls over in the first 3 swings, he might have an offer. But if he goes and has 2 or 3 home runs early on, we may have a new home run champion.
Well, he's in a groove. That's one.
This is back, and this is gone. So there it is.
Well, the question is, he brought an extra bat up there. Is that his right-handed bat in case he's not hitting left-handed? Maybe he'll jump over on the right side.
I'm not sure. Maybe he's a little superstitious, but we have Tony throwing to him, so that's his guy he sees every day.
But does it stay fair?
Yes.
Yes, it does for 2. Well, Nick had a little life to your clubhouse last year, didn't he, Alex?
Absolutely. I mean, he's been a breath of fresh air for our team. He brings a lot of energy. He comes ready to play every day and comes in with a smile on his face, comes in loud, and you know what I like most, he plays the game hard and he loves to win.
And he likes the pies, right? The pie in the face.
He loves all that stuff.
Well, let me ask you this about you, and then we'll watch Nick do it. Look, Barry Bonds, Henry Aaron, Babe Ruth, Sammy Sosa, Junior Griffey, 600 homers. You're just a few off. Do you grasp what that is?
I certainly do, but I mean, I'll tell you, Chris, for me, it's funny, the perspective that I get from where I was when I hit 500 and where I am today when I'm about to hopefully hit 600. I'm in a much better place. I'm enjoying the game a lot more. I feel like I'm a better teammate. I think overall I'm just enjoying the game. And you know what's funny about the home runs is, you know, the biggest home runs I've hit in my career don't even count towards 600.
Right.
I hit them last year in the postseason, and they helped us win a world championship. So it's just great. It feels good to be in a good place, and I think finally I found my niche in New York, and I'm having a good time playing ball.
Well, you've thrilled a lot of people for a long time, and that 600 is just going to be a number. By the way, look at that number on Nick.
424. It's a big fly.
Nick's got 3.
Alex, your defense has been terrific this year. Your backhand looks like you're very comfortable with that, making a lot of great plays. And the team's needed those great plays this year because you've been so injured, and the lack of offense has been made up with your defense and others. Another home run by your teammate Nick.
I like that. You know, our team, Bobby, our team is built around pitching and power. But the one thing that goes untalked about sometimes is our good defense, and we're very big on fundamentals. Georgia already preaches fundamentals from day one in spring training. And the one thing that helps me and my other teammates, I mean, we have Robbie Cano, we have Derek Jeter, but Mark Teixeira at first base. I mean, he is a vacuum cleaner over there, and he helps us out, and we just throw the ball with so much confidence across the diamond. And once Mark Teixeira got that, I mean, you had that with John Olerud with the Mets.
Exactly.
It's such an important position, and Mark Teixeira, I can't say enough great things about not only what he brings defensively, switch hit in the middle of our lineup, but what he brings to our clubhouse. He's phenomenal.
He's the man. I had the opportunity to spend some time with him this winter. Terrific guy, and the range at the base is what you're talking about. When you're throwing it, it doesn't have to be down the middle.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to hit the corners.
Right.
He'll help you out east, west, north, and south.
Well, not only that, Bobby, but he goes after fly balls so well.
Pop-up,
and
yeah.
he does a 3-6-1 double play, 3-6-3 double play, and those are very challenging. And for us, it's made our defensive play so good.
Well, Nick's got 2 outs to go. He's got 4 homers, which, I mean, for the moment moves him ahead of Vernon Wells and Chris Young, but you need a couple more to get any sort of wiggle room to move it forward, and that'll bring on the gold ball. That's popped up. Nick, of course, Ohio State, first-round pick of Oakland back in 2002. His dad, you guys remember, you played against him, maybe?
Steve, absolutely.
Steve Swisher with the White Sox and 70 Cubs, St. Louis, San Diego.
Great baseball man.
Let's go, fans. Let's hear it.
So gold ball for Nick. What do you think? Alex got a couple more in him?
I hope so. I know that Nick probably slept 3 hours last night. He is so excited for his home run derby, and he's talked about it for the last 2 or 3 days. So I'm hoping he has a couple more here.
Well, I like it. He's the fan vote, so he's the last guy to be selected. He goes, a home run derby, pile it on. Let's go.
Exactly.
This will not quite make it. Missed it by that much. But he does it with a smile on his face. I think that it was priceless, the first one that he fouled backwards. That was awesome.
He worked.
Well, the one thing that he does, look at the balance. He stays behind the ball very well. And that helps him to elevate the ball when he makes a good swing. Good hand action. Hand steps away from his hands and drives it.
Well, so the Yankees on the board there for the 4th spot. Alex, you know, it wouldn't be a home run derby if you might be in it, but as one of our alumni, along with Piazza and a couple others, you're always welcome. Congrats. Keep up the great work.
Thank you very much, guys.
Only the best, Alex.
Alex Rodriguez joining us as part of the home run derby festivities. When we return, Matt Holliday, Big Papi coming up. Stay with us, please, in Anaheim.
At T-Mobile, we know that connection is more important than ever. So we're making big moves to help those who need it most. Introducing T-Mobile Connect, a prepaid plan to help keep America connected. Starting at just $15 a month, it gives flexibility for uncertain times. Visit T-Mobile.com/connect to learn more. You can also manage your account and make payments online. Stay connected with T-Mobile Connect.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2010 State Farm Home Run Derby and aerial coverage brought to you by State Farm. Log on to statefarm.com/go-to-bat. And let State Farm help you go to bat for your charity of your choice. So let's see, Corey Hart with 13 homers. And the other guys, Nick Swisher with 4, Vernon Wells with 2, Chris Young with 1. So 13 versus 7 for everybody else. We're halfway through the first round. Here come the big boys, though.
Very hard to
Yes, wait a minute. Some of my friends are here. Look.
Is that a son of yours?
Yeah, well, yes, a different son. Setting sun. He's electrified by Corey Hart's performance, that young man.
Let's see if Holliday could light his hair on fire.
Well, that would be that'd be pretty good. I think he's lit already.
You know, Matt's brother Josh is a coach at Vanderbilt, throwing BP to him, and you got to imagine he's thrown a lot of batting practice to him over the years.
Matt did very well a couple years ago when we had it in San Francisco.
Well, he starts off pretty well.
Not quite.
But he gets it in the air at one point.
Good swing, though.
Yeah, good swing.
Just
really warming up here as the season's going on for the Cardinals. But they worked for like 2 years to get him in there, got him in the trade, and then took a while and they signed him. Young man from Stillwater, Oklahoma. His 4th All-Star selection. 3 with the Rockies.
Hi.
And this is going to be out of here. Back, and gone.
Sayonara.
Holliday on the board. It isn't the home run derby a holiday after all, isn't it? Yep, that'll be chop foul. Well, guy that knows him pretty well. I'm talking about Matt Holliday with our Aaron Andrews. Aaron?
All right, Chris, thanks so much. Of course, I'm here with Albert Pujols. You've been in like 3 of these derbies, right? I feel like we saw you every year.
Well, definitely. You know, I enjoy every single one of them. You know, obviously I would have done it this year again, but I think it was time to give time to the new guys, you know, new faces. So they have a pretty good group of guys in the lineup. And how about that job that Cody Hart did? It's unbelievable. Wow.
Unbelievable. But you said your money is on your boy right here, Matt Holliday. Hey, Albert, tell us, what has he meant to your clubhouse in St. Louis?
He's awesome. You know, he's a guy that brings, you know, a lot of energy into our ball club. You saw what he did last year to help us out to win our Central Division, and signing him for 7 years, you know, and playing with him, hopefully for the rest of my career. It'll be awesome. You know, a great guy that plays the game hard, work hard every day, and you know, he got a lot of work to do right here with 3 out left. So hopefully he catch hot.
If you're in a hole like this, because you have been in derbies before, I mean, what's the key here to get out of this thing?
You know what? Take your time. Take some pitch. Take a little bit of breath out and out of that batter's box and get back in, and hopefully you regroup, you know? And I think that's what he needs to do. And he got 1 outlet. Come on, bro. You need 2 more.
All right, Albert, good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, boom.
All right, Albert, and thank you, Aaron. So very quickly, the gold ball for Matt Holliday. That kind of happened fast, like Vernon Wells, right?
Yeah.
Swinging at every pitch.
I don't know about you, Boom, but Albert Pujols is always a fresh face as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, he can
play. He can get in the home run derby anytime he wants.
Well, this is a big one because it's way back to left center, and that'll be 2. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but it ties Vernon Wells' number. Big Papi below the seats getting ready. Meanwhile, Holliday doing it with the gold ball. Maybe that's what he needed to see. It's gone. So all of a sudden, those 2 homers may have, get him into a position where he can just advance. Well, he's advanced this one. Way back! Way back! Fair, it's a home run!
It's amazing. Right before he got hot, his brother faked the pitch to him just so he could get his timing. Didn't throw it. Max step didn't swing. And boy, this is 5 in a row since.
Well, he's not faking anymore, Bobby. As they say in Canada, he put that ball on Holliday.
That puts him in the second place behind Corey Hart.
Yeah, but that was a big little run that he had there.
Nice run.
Nice run with the gold balls to go from 1 to 5. So he passes Nick Swisher. One of those is 497 feet. 4 gold ball home runs. So good job by Holliday. We told you warming up late. Maybe he needs to just get a little warm, Joe. That was it.
Well, kind of like his season. He started off slowly and then he got hot. And that's 497 feet right there.
That's upstairs where the big boys go, Joe.
Look how he generates all his bat speed with his hips. Opens his hips, gets his hands through. He uses everything. Look at that balance.
Beautiful.
Just a great, great swing there.
You remember him with Colorado in 07. He had 5 postseason home runs as the Rockies went all the way to the World Series before being bested by the Red Sox. How's work that? Well, if you're asking us, our work's pretty good because Big Papi coming up next. Hanley Ramirez after that, and then Triple Crown threat Miguel Cabrera to finish out the first round. Welcome back, everybody. Not far up the road, the 2010 ESPYs presented by Capital One at Castrol Edge is on ESPN Wednesday night. That's at 9 Eastern live. We're doing it live from LA with Saturday Night Live. Seth Meyers hosting the 18th annual ESPYs. Leading fans of the year's best plays, biggest upsets, most outstanding performances across all sports. Do you have the feeling that this is a... Well, we're going to show you this first. Big Papi last year. Well, what's wrong with Big Papi? Sitting 188 below the Mendoza line. Since the beginning of June last year, 27 homers, changed all that talk. He came back a little bit at the beginning of this year. A lot. People wondered, was it done? How do you let him go? How do you let him go? You let him hit 17 homers at 297. And what we missed was like a heavyweight fighter walking into the ring, right? He warmed up down below. He took his time walking out there. It was more like okay, this is my stage. This is what I do.
And then Soriano presented him with his bat. And look at those shoes. That's what I'm excited about, those shoes he's got on. He's got, and by the way, great pair.
You know what else? Forget that Yankee Red Sox thing. Tony Pena pitching to both Swisher and to Big Papi. Forget it.
This is a country thing, not a team thing.
Correct.
Yes, indeed. Joe, it almost looks like those shoes have padding on them.
I don't know what they are.
It looks like there's padding, so if you foul one off,
look at that.
You're going to be protected. Love new technology. I love it.
4 out of the last 5 years, a lefty has won this thing.
And we're going to break that trend right this year with Miguel Cabrera.
Well, Papi going to center field. Don't know if he got enough of that or...
Wow.
Yeah. Wow, it didn't look like it, right? But then again, it's Big Papi.
And when the big guys hit them, they continue to go. They continue to fly.
You know, this is... I know exactly why he couldn't wait to be in this thing. A lot of the guys, the veteran home run hitters, you know, they've done it. It's tiring. It takes a lot out of you, etc. Especially if you keep advancing. With everybody questioning a Big Papi, that ball had hair on it. Gone.
I think he has something to prove.
Oh, yeah.
There are still some doubting Thomases out there, and he wants to show them he's the best of the best.
Let me tell you, he is such a face for baseball. Not only for Boston, for baseball. He comes, he's happy, he's playing a game. But he's business right now. Wow. Sends it back. Big Papi has popped a 3 spot.
Tony keeps throwing that ball low and in. He's going to hit a ton.
He's not showing any sign of nervousness.
He knows that ball's away. He's going to take it. He's going to get that thing that he could launch. Ooh,
that was too hard. Yeah, he speeded that pitch up. That was,
I thought.
Yeah, that's why he was late on it.
We all agree, and again, I got to keep heaping the praise, but let's not forget, when you talk about clutch hitters of this generation of baseball,
or any
generation, right? His name has got to be right in there, right?
Right. I tell you what, not just this generation, any generation. What he has done in the late innings of ball games and had so many clutch hits.
Like that.
Goodbye. Yeah, that's.
Well, if he gets a couple more, he'll be in great shape.
We will see Papi in the finals.
Now, if he gets a couple more, we know he'll make round 2.
There isn't anybody, Bobby, that would say to you, no way, Jose.
No way, Jose. Exactly, David. TV critters. Right. He can be nervous. I can too.
Hey, me too, man.
You know, it happens.
It's fun. 4 homers, Big Papi. I'm just telling you, he walked up there like a heavyweight hitter.
You're right. This is his stage.
Ooh, and he sends this almost out.
Well, he got a lot of topspin. Started sinking very quickly.
Think of all the great hitters in the history of the Red Sox franchise. Okay? I mean, we don't have to go through the names, but starting with like Jimmy Fox. I know Babe Ruth played there too, but Jimmy Fox and Williams and Jim Rice and Mavon was on it for a while, and Yaz, of course, and we can go on and on. Nobody in Red Sox history hit 40 or more home runs 3 straight years other than Big Papi.
And not only that, when Babe played in Boston, he was George Ruth.
Yeah.
He became the Babe in New York.
G.H. Ruth.
Yeah, he was George Herman in Boston.
That's where he wants it. He wants those balls down there, knee level down there, where he can launch them.
Will this stay fair? You betcha!
Well, that ties him with Matt Holliday for 2nd place.
Yeah, they both know. Keep the ball down. He doesn't want the ball up, and he doesn't want it in, huh, Joe?
Yeah, if he gets one more, I'm gonna make him advance.
Okay. Little D'Angelo's pulling for him, that's for sure.
Ooh, gets under this one. Six outs. And he went up there. He's taking his time. He's measured the whole thing out, huh, Joe?
Well, he's a veteran. Like I say, some of the young players are excited to be in this contest, and it shows a little bit.
And you really have to have presence, Joe, when you're standing up there, as we said, no screen. And that's that other one you were talking about?
Down the line! Gone!
You got to like the center stage. You want to stay there a while. You're not rushing to get out of there. Give me the spotlight. Make it brighter. I'm going to clap my hands a while. I'm the Big Papi.
And you've got to be special to wear those shoes in public.
No.
Not quite. You think about the throw of the kids out there. Boy, I caught a ball hit by David Ortiz. I'm out in the outfield. How cool is that?
As long as they catch them,
I understand.
Get hit by them.
I understand.
There must have been some kind of tryout, too, because most of them are pretty good little athletes.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. They're not getting hurt. The ones who can't are in early. Now that might carry.
It's a moon ball.
Yes!
To the moon, Alice.
Okay, Ralph.
Well, all of a sudden, the wind has changed, and it's actually blowing a little bit toward right field. It was blowing out to left a little bit earlier.
Exactly. Love the patience.
Now here's a guy that, because he plays at Fenway Park, certainly knows how to hit the home runs to left center field into the screen, or what was the screen, you know, into the monster seats. But here, might as well go back to just pulling the ball, right? Because it's
correct.
It's a long way to go to left center here. And Big Papi's not having anything of it. It sends it back. Gone.
Right over the gone jet blue sign. Nice job, Papi.
Hay que hacer Brugal. Ganó. Oye,
He needs another bat.
Dale Brugal al hombre.
I think he didn't ask for a towel. I thought he might have said that Tony's getting hungry.
Oof. Yes, done to that one. Here's Soriano, the ace reliever now of the Rays. Wow, we're going to put on a show. I need, you know, I'm going to my corner.
He dropped a conio on him, though.
He did.
I love it. See, who has the presence to say,
well, like
I only got an out or two left, and I'm going to have a drink.
Right. Well, you got to be special again. If you're going to wear those kind of shoes in public, you feel special about yourself, and that's good. Vladimir Guerrero, he won the home run derby in San Francisco.
He's the only righty to win it in the last 5 years, and too bad we're not seeing him here as a former Angel. He's having a pretty darn good year with the Rangers, huh?
Well,
I would say so.
He has had such a fabulous career. And you never tell a great player he's finished until he decides he's finished.
Gold ball now for Big Papi, who, next to Corey Hart's 13 homers, has the most with 8. Fouls it off. But he's in pretty good shape.
He's tired, too.
Matter of fact, he's in good enough shape that we know he's moving on.
Right.
We know we'll see Big Papi and Corey Hart in the next round because they're the best 4 advance. Hanley, Ramirez, Miguel Cabrera, the only ones left. And here he is down the line, fellas.
Well, the good thing is when he pulled the ball, he didn't hook it. It didn't hook foul. He didn't hit one foul home run down the right field line. That tells you that he was right on target. And look at that. A lot different than Matt Holliday's. He uses his upper body strength. I mean, he's just so strong that he kind of muscles the ball out of the ballpark, whereas we saw Holliday with a smoother swing. You see David Ortiz, he really attacks the baseball.
The Holliday in the distance tracker says 425. So Big Papi put on a show, and Torreira, here's a fellow that puts on a different sort of show. I'm really disappointed in the low-key jacket from Will Ferrell. I was looking for the burgundy jacket. Come on now, and you know what I mean.
I do.
Welcome.
I do. Thank you.
Local boy in your home park,
yeah,
kind of,
pretty great. Yeah, grew up coming to Angels games.
Did you?
And like I said, was here in '79 when the Angels clinched for the first time, and so this is pretty amazing.
Well, hence the look who's right on
there.
The patch.
Bobby
Mr.
Gritch.
Bobby Gritch.
Bobby's 7-year Gritch. You know, he had
7-year Gritch.
Yeah. But so what gives here? He was just your favorite Angel, Will?
He was just look at that intensity. How can you not like that guy? Look, he's biting through wood.
Well, I'll give you.
Yeah.
You were smart enough to pick a second baseman.
That's right.
All right.
Well, I mean,
what do you like in this home run hitting contest, Will? What are we looking at here?
That Corey Hart guy, he looked pretty smooth.
He was smooth, right?
He was smooth. Is he still
He's
leading?
the man.
He's still ahead.
Yeah, but remember, he's still got to go through 2.
He's still recording albums.
The absentee votes have not come in yet. We haven't tallied those.
Okay.
So a big baseball fan. Angels, and now here we go with Hanley Ramirez.
Hanley Ramirez.
Wow. Who is starting short. He's 26. He'll be the starting shortstop for the National League 3 straight years. It doesn't happen all the time, that's for sure.
That's pretty nice. Yeah.
So,
no, I love baseball. Like I say, follow the game pretty avidly. And I was down in the dugout, and Hank Aaron walked by. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. Somewhat of a legend.
His tallies, his have been counted. 755.
His have been counted.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
How would you have done? I think of you on the news, you know, in the movie. How would you have done as a sportscaster, Will? What do you think?
I would have, you know, I probably would have been drunk on air a lot. So,
well,
you know,
you wouldn't be the first.
Okay. I would have done okay, but it is a lot harder than it looks. That's what I know.
I keep telling people that.
You guys make it look easy.
Want to call a couple?
Except for Valentine's.
It's hard for me, man. I'm learning, Will. Every day it's a racket, you know. Every day it gets tougher.
All right, you got Hanley Ramirez up here. What do you think, Will? Is that out of there?
What a wonderful swing.
Yes.
Wow. That's gone. That split a rock.
Well, I've always wanted to ask you.
Guess what time it is? Home run o'clock.
You're on.
Home run o'clock.
All right, go ahead. I've always wanted to ask you, what is your favorite movie? What's the favorite to you?
Gone with the Wind?
No, that you've ever done.
That I've been in.
You were great in that, by the way.
I was a little younger then.
Wow. Wow.
This is one of the most impressive swings I've ever seen. He's a young man, led the league in hitting, and has a fabulous power factor and a perfect swing. Sorry, Will,
you know
but
what?
This is very impressive.
Back. Forget about it.
I think he needs to swing harder.
He's hit line drives over the center field fence. He's hit line drives over the right center field fence.
Yeah.
I know we're talking.
It doesn't.
But he is
doesn't look
special.
like he's doing anything.
You can do a Harry Carey to this if you like. Well, oh man,
my.
That was what we call a two-backer. Back out. We only had time for two.
Only two backs. Two quick backs. But Joe, in answer to your question.
Yeah. I was wondering if you were going to get to
If I have to pick one movie, it's got to be Anchorman.
Okay.
If I pick one.
It gotta be.
But
I'm going to agree with you.
But I'm lucky because I've gotten, a lot of the ones we've worked on, I've had such a great time, and they've,
I would have picked that one.
Okay.
Well, you got another one, right? The other guys.
We got the other guys.
Wahlberg.
Yep.
No, you're a New York City detective trying to figure out if Hanley Ramirez is ever going to not hit a homer. Wow. Right? I mean, so what happens? So what are we going to see when this comes out? August 6th.
Basically, myself and Mark Wahlberg are two detectives who are the other guys. We don't get put on cases very often. And we finally get to see the limelight. And
how do you do?
We do okay, even though the rest of the squad hates us. Yeah.
I can't imagine why you two.
We do all right.
Nice.
Hey, are those kids supposed to be on the field? Isn't that a security breach?
I think they're licensed. They all signed waivers.
They got good gloves. Good gloves. But we look forward to seeing that. That'll be detective, huh? New York City.
New York City, yeah.
Well, he just got some advice from Big Papi. He told him to slow down, take your time.
Right, Hanley is. You're at the ESPYs with us Wednesday too.
I'll be at the ESPYs. Will you guys all be there?
I think I may be there.
You guys didn't get invited. Okay.
Well, we got a couple seats left. They gave me two. I'm going to give them to these two guys.
It's a pretty big place.
We'll get in somehow.
Okay.
We'll drop your name at the door.
Harry Carey, we're going to get anything?
Holy Toledo, man! If that ball wasn't hit hard, I'm Santa Claus. My Harry Carey's a little out of practice.
It's all right, Mark.
Yeah.
It's all right. It always sounds good, even approaching Harry.
Oh! My goodness.
Now that's a big fly.
That is
big fly.
gone.
What a swing.
Touch them all.
So Hanley with 7. Big Papi enjoying the show. Once upon a time, he was a youngster in the Red Sox system, so they go back a little way.
And now with the Marlins, and Cabrera came up with the Marlins, and he has a very similar approach and swing, Joe, don't you think? We're going to see that coming up here real soon.
Well, the key is they're both a lot bigger than you think they are. We look at Hanley Ramirez playing shortstop, and we don't realize how big an individual he is.
Big, strong, with a good swing, what a career.
And he's still young.
But he's still pumping him out of here. Way back.
I mean, he's hitting
it's a home run.
Now, he's hitting the hardest balls of everyone. The ball is jumping off his bat.
Ball hit the flagpole out there.
Jody Davis.
Kidding me?
With a shot.
There he is.
Oh!
I mean, and these are not.
Check out the man in the sombrero.
I hear you, Harry.
I had to.
You had to.
And we're going gold ball.
Gold ball.
Now, what's with the gold ball?
Well, you got one out to go. These are worth more money to charity.
Okay.
17,000. Plus, some guys just see it better. They see gold, but they bling, you know.
Sure.
That's very
That was an
impressive.
outstanding round right there.
It was. He earns good luck charm.
He owes me if he wins this.
Yes, well, we'll let him know it.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck with the new movie. Hey, you get to do some replays. We'll go ahead.
Well,
do this replay right here, slow motion replay.
So right here, gets the hands out in front. And what I like is his finish. A beautiful finish.
Beautiful finish with his foot coming off the ground, front foot turning, and watching it.
That reminds me of Prince Fielder. He was letting it all go.
And no one realizes this. Hanley Ramirez is 47 years old. That's what's most amazing.
It is. It's you never know about those birth certificates from other places, you know?
You never know.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
Good luck.
guys.
See you along the trail.
Okay.
Next time, the other jacket. But
Okay.
Bobby Gritch, we like Bobby Gritch.
A nice second place.
That's very nice.
Okay.
With mustache. Where
With, yeah.
You have it on the jacket? No.
I've got the mustache. I left it. I left the mustache somewhere.
Will Ferrell joining us. And Miguel Cabrera about to join us. Hanley Ramirez putting on quite a show. He'll be moving on to the next round. And now, the guy that leads in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories in the American League. Coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to Angels Stadium. Major League Baseball proud to support Stand Up to Cancer. Visit standuptocancer.org to learn how you can help us in the fight against cancer. MLB All-Star Red Carpet Show presented by Chevrolet. MLB Network Tuesday, tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. Then the All-Star Game on Fox and ESPN Radio tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We've got the Home Run Derby. And by the way, in the park right now, talking to the fans, Henry Aaron, Reggie Jackson, Frank Robinson. Let's see, that's
a lot of home runs.
It's almost 2,000.
What an honor to be on the field with those 3.
Yes,
and
we
the
all
fans
are.
Really are appreciative.
Well, here's our leaderboard. Corey Hart, Hanley Ramirez, David Ortiz. They're going to be moving on. Matt Holliday is on the bubble. Miguel Cabrera needs 5 to tie. We'll have a swing off. We'll explain it if we need to. He needs 6 to advance.
You know, they were asking Hank Aaron, did he try to hit home runs? And he told Reggie Jackson no. So he had 755 accidents.
Just trying to hit a little single over the shortstop's head.
755 accidents.
I'll tell you what else he had. 2,297 accidental RBIs. That number is just as ridiculous.
Yeah.
So here's Miguel Cabrera, fellas, who has turned his life around. He's always been a marvelous player. Won a World Series ring before his 21st birthday, which is pretty darn good. And there's Henry Aaron with Reggie Jackson and Frank Robinson. Where's Frank? There's Frank. How about that picture? You know, I mean, like I said, it's about 2,000 homers.
And great people who have done wonders for the game of baseball.
Continue to do so. Miguel Cabrera. Yeah, well, that's if you're going to get out of him. It's gone. 27 years of age. He has 77 RBIs to lead the majors. 346 batting average leads the majors. 22 home runs is second in the majors. Batista has the most, Toronto 24. Could a triple crown happen? Back, 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 back. Way gone. Could a triple crown happen?
I think it
in this
can
year of the
because
pitcher.
well, I think it can because he's that good. And I think that's when you do have a triple crown situation. Remember, was it Yastrzemski hit 301?
Well, that was the year after his triple crown. But still.
What did he hit when he hit the triple crown?
He was more in the 320, 330.
But I think what has happened with, as the old saying goes, it weeds out the other guys when the year of the pitcher's going on, and the better hitters are going to lead the league in hitting and home runs.
And the only problem he might have is the ballpark he plays in, but he makes every part.
Wow!
That ball's in bow territory.
Wow! That was like one of those shots into the clown's mouth. You get a free game.
Bo Jackson hit it off of Ricky Rochelle in that All-Star game.
Miguel Cabrera, Trey Tank. You know, in the All-Star games, he's appeared in 4 of them before with Florida. He's been in right field. He's been in left field. He's been at third base. He's been a pinch hitter. Now he's going to first base. Maybe he'll pitch and catch. He can do everything else, can he?
Well, when he first came up with Florida, you know, was a third baseman.
Wow!
And I never figured he would stay at
Look at this.
third base.
That's almost to Torrance, okay?
This is my guy. I should be watching.
I understand you are. You know why? Because he wears doggy's number, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Tony Perez's number. And he really has Cincinnati Reds in his blood, Joe. Not only Tony Perez wearing number 24, was with the Marlins a little bit for guidance, but he's from the same hometown in Venezuela as your shortstop,
correct,
David Concepcion.
Yeah.
Cabrera with 4 home runs, many of the tape measure variety. And he's patient too, huh? Didn't get under that. Well, Big Papi's watching. He's with Aaron Andrews. Aaron?
What do you think about the power right now that Miguel Cabrera has out there? What have we seen? 469 feet, 446?
That's a big baby. Look, he go apple too. Look at that.
What do you call that?
Apple bomb.
Hey, we saw when you came off the field here, Torrey Hunter pulled you aside. What did he say to you?
Oh, man.
He's rooting for you.
Yeah, he is. He want me to win this. You know, my man, he always looking out for his boy. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it real.
Now
Check this one out.
Oh!
Now that's a true big fly right there.
In the water. You saw that?
Papi, your 4th time in the home run derby. Not that you have a ton of fun with everything you do, but is there pressure this time around? How much pressure is there to win this thing?
No, there's not pressure at all. You know, this is something that I do for the fans to come and have fun. You know, whatever happens. Of course, you compete, you try to win, but it doesn't happen. Nothing. The good thing is participate and make sure the fans come in, have fun, and get used to what we do here.
You're having fun. How much fun are you having considering the start you had?
A lot. You know, it just, you know, things are going good. You know, you're helping your team to win ball game, and you got to try to keep it that way. I know I'm a big force in my team, and I got to bring my A game always.
Well, good to see you here. Not only is Papi playing in this thing, but he's also being a dad, trying to get his son over here so he doesn't get hit by a ball. Boom.
Well, I'd say responsibility first, Aaron, but hear what Big Papi said. We're out here having fun and let people see that we're having fun. That's what he does.
That's what he does. He's a great ambassador. His smile lights up the room when he comes in, lights up the stadium when he's at the plate. And he's having fun today, but he's also showing people that he's an all-star who was counted dead at the end of April.
Yes.
What a resurrection.
How do we release him? Well, I'll tell you how you do it. In 2020, it's time to go. You're 55 years old.
Like Joe says when he says so.
Right, exactly. Well, that Miguel Cabrera is already in the 2nd round because he's passed.
Yep.
Matt Holliday.
Of course, so Holliday will be gone now, but the totals carry over to the 2nd round. So this is not, well, why would he keep hitting? No. Might need these because the aggregate 1st and 2nd round get you to the finals, the top 2. This does not quite have enough loft. How about the ball he hit off?
The ball went in the fountain. It was floating up there. It was floating in the pond.
It was part of Stonehenge.
Oh, my. 476 feet. And that's where it landed, right, Chris? That's
yes.
The projection of where it would have landed.
No, it landed.
It didn't hit that wall.
Well, this one, there's a helicopter up there, and it almost hits it. Man!
Great swing, great power.
Can I pick him or what?
We're doing pretty good so far. We got a contest now. Let me tell you. I mean, he is the most accomplished and the purest hitter, though, Joe. of all these guys. I mean, he's 21 years old.
I've even
he
forgotten.
was beautiful.
Who did you have?
I got Big Papi.
Big Papi. All right, you're still in. Who did you have?
I'm out.
And remember, I picked that guy from Milwaukee on the Sports Center show. So I'm kind of.
Well, I didn't have.
We don't know anything about
Joe.
that.
Okay.
Joe, I didn't have 5 shows to pick 5
Exactly,
different guys.
5 different guys. You only had one.
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
That's what you Stanford guys do, huh?
We'll see if we get there. We'll see if we get there at the end.
I didn't say Stanford. I said Stam.
With an M. Hello, baby.
So those people know
Thank you.
down the road from some of us in the Nutmeg State, the Constitution
beautiful.
State,
Stanford,
Connecticut, the land of steady habits.
And much more.
Miguel Cabrera, he has been steady. All sorts of steady. Gets into that one a little bit.
I just missed that. He's in it to win it.
Let's hear it for Miguel Cabrera as he moves on to the semifinals along with Corey Hart, Hanley Ramirez, and David Ortiz.
You know,
well, Cabrera is like Hanley Ramirez in that he uses his upper body, his lower body, and his hands. He gets everything coordinated, and when he hits it, they fly.
so Miguel Cabrera hits enough. He'll be in a hole, though. He has the least of the 4 semifinalists. He is 7. Big Papi is 8. Hanley Ramirez 9. Corey Hart 13. But what about these swings, fella? 476. How about that? The rock pile. Our Holiday and distance tracker says, you know what? We don't have a tape measure that long.
And here it is, the way he gets firm, like Joe was saying, gets off the back foot. What a wonderful swing. What a wonderful player. We're going to watch him for a long time to come.
Here's our results, and to Matt Holliday and to Nick Swisher and Vernon Wells and Chris Young, thanks for being part of the show. But the show moves on with Hart, Ramirez, Ortiz.
MLB at Home is presented by T-Mobile, here to connect you to what matters most. Learn about T-Mobile's COVID-19 response at T-Mobile.com.
I shoot for the moon, but I'm too busy gazing at stars. I feel amazing and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to take a stand, take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand, come take my hand. We'll walk this road together through the storm. Whatever weather, cold or warm. Just let me know that you're not alone. Holler if you feel like you've been down the same road.
We began with 8, and now there are 4. ESPN 3D provides an unprecedented viewing experience, the closest thing to actually being on the field. State Farm Home Run Derby also available on ESPN 3D. Subscribers of AT&T UVerse, Comcast, and DirecTV have access to ESPN 3D. To find out how you can get ESPN 3D, go to ESPN.com/3D for more info. And what about those glasses you get to wear? And so now, here's our batting order. You go in ascending order, but since Miguel Cabrera just finished, you're going to give him a breather. Big Papi said no problem. So it's David Ortiz with 8, Miguel Cabrera with 7, Hanley Ramirez with 9, and it is possible, although improbable, that Corey Hart might not have to hit any to move to the finals, because it's the total of the 2 rounds that advance the top 2 of these 4.
Well, I'm betting he's going to have to hit.
I know. He's got to have to hit.
But
I'm
you're
just
right.
saying.
Call it a hunch.
So how can they keep a few people still booing when they going to go to this? I understand the Red Sox, you know, have had the
Right.
Angels number except for the last time out in the postseason. That's really why. But Big Papi putting on a show, and now he has a chance to do it again. I told you one of the great stories here in this All-Star game. And I just want to put in my dibs for maybe one of the nicest stories in a while. Arthur Rhodes making the All-Star team at 40. The flame-throwing left-hander setup man for Dusty Baker's Cincinnati Reds. His first All-Star team at 40. After surgery he had a couple of years ago. His Papi not quite. Of course, the death of his young son a couple of years ago, and he's persevered. He's here, and it's just one of those nice, better than nice.
Yeah.
It's a lesson for a lot of us. Big Papi finding the airwaves again.
1 for 2.
Right center field, and it's gone. Andy Pettit says, you know, I pitched to him enough. I don't need to do that.
Wow.
Way back to right center field. It is back and gone.
Perfect. Every once in a while, you can see him. He raises his leg and he gets it down with the bat started perfectly. And that was one of those.
It's all about that rhythm and the timing, huh, Joe?
Yeah.
And he missed that for a home run.
Center field. He missed it.
He missed that.
He missed it about 440. He really missed it.
430. He missed it and dropped.
He Jose'd that one out of here.
12 rows up. He is something, boy. Wow.
You know what amazes me
on a
about
mission.
these guys?
You know what? That's on its way to Catalina Island.
But you know what's amazing? We haven't seen any foul balls. Think about it.
You're
We
right,
haven't seen
Joe.
any
We
foul balls.
really do.
Well, it tells me that these guys know more about what they're doing now than they did before.
Good point.
Yeah, they're staying, you know, out toward the middle of the diamond. And not pulling
He
off.
fought that off for a big home run.
And that's not the middle of the time, it's the middle of the bleaching.
That ball was in on him a little. He got his hands in and drove it 478 feet.
So 5 in this round for Big Papi. I'm just telling you, the way he came out like a heavyweight prize fighter the first time, we really didn't see it. We wanted to chronicle his, you know, his slow starts the last 2 years and then hot. Well, who knows about this year as a finish, but if this is any indication, hello. Torrey Hunter is teammate back when they were young pups with the Twins. Sitting them on. Oh, and this is down the line. It's back, gone.
I think this is the guy I picked here, Joe. If you were asking that before?
Right. All right, I did.
Takes over first place. State
Wow, with the shoot.
Man.
Look at this one. Another rainbow to right field. Gone in the sea of red.
Well, that gives them a total of 15 now.
Ortiz with 7 home runs and only 2 outs in this round.
8 in the first round. 7 thus far.
Wow.
Oh, this is drilled. Just drilled. Gone.
So you look to see these guys doing. They're putting all their weight on one foot when they lift that front foot up. Weight goes to the back foot. Then they put all the weight on the front foot when they get firm against that front foot. They're coming off of the back foot almost every swing. It's a transfer, and then they translate that energy from back foot to front foot up through the bat. It's a wonderful thing to see. Poetry in motion.
Just drilled toward the scoreboard. Back. Gone again for David Ortiz.
Now with 17 home runs. That's 4 outs.
Wow. Those
One of those miss hits you're talking about there, Joe. Almost went foul, right? And just it was hooked in a little, yeah. Tired.
Yeah,
Broke down a little. He's a little
tired.
tired, yeah.
Well, what happens when they start pulling the ball too much shows that they're tired because they're not using their legs either, just their upper body.
I agree totally.
He didn't look too tired to me.
Oh, winded.
No, not
maybe
yet.
Winded, just a little.
Winded.
You know, just a little out of his rhythm.
One hopper off the wall, it goes out. He's only got 5 outs. He got a long way to go.
Wherever he was, Torrey Hunter's pick to win it all. So let's hear it for Big Papi.
And remember, the guy throwing to him has one of the greatest arms in the history of baseball. Tony Peña used to throw guys out other than Joe Morgan trying to steal from his knees. He tried a few times to get you up.
You know what?
He did try it.
He tried. I said try.
You know what? I saw him at 19, the Double-A Eastern League, Tony Peña, for the Buffalo Bisons, throwing out guys from his knees as a 19-year-older. Bobby, I said, I'm no scout. I'm no scout.
Yes.
But this guy is better than everybody else in the league. It turned out to be.
You knew then. You know now.
Well, we have a big lefty sitting down next to us who's watching this big lefty, Big Papi, go to work. And that'll be Ryan Howard, who is, wow, wait a minute, hold on, Ryan, this one is back in the bleachers, kind of in your zone a little bit. Ryan Howard, the Philadelphia Phillies, who's won a home run. You know what it takes, don't you, big fella?
Oh, man, it takes a lot of stamina, man. I tell you what, you get tired out there, but Papi's out there putting on a show just as we expected to.
Well, you wanted in 06. What was your key? You're a young man back in Pittsburgh.
You know, the biggest piece of advice that I got was from Lance Berkman in the very beginning, where he told us not to go out there and swing at every pitch, but to just, you know, take your time in between. And I think Lance went out and swung at like the first 6 or 7 balls out there. So
do as I say.
Yeah, exactly.
As I do.
Exactly.
How about the show that the lefty Big Papi is putting on here, the veteran?
Oh man, you know what? This is the right scene for him right now, man. You know, to be able to come out here for this home run derby, you know, he's right at home with this.
Right at home.
Yeah.
Spotlight out on
right at
big
home
stage,
in the spotlight out in LA, SoCal. He wouldn't have it any other way.
Got the family, got the friends, got the teammates. He's swinging great right now, though. He's got perfect rhythm, balance. A very strong man.
You know, Ryan, you hit so many long home runs, but when you sit and you're watching Papi or Cabrera hit one off the rock pile, I mean, I know you can hit them there or have, but when you're sitting here watching as a fan, you become a fan?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, when you're sitting here and you watch guys do it, what they're doing right now, and I've been out there, so I know what it takes to see guys get into the ball and just kind of put a charge into it, man. It's awesome to watch.
Look at this one.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you could appreciate that, and everybody who watches you hit and play appreciates what you're doing, Ryan. We appreciate you being here, and congratulations on another All-Star game.
Thank you very much.
Obviously.
Appreciate it.
I want to ask you, how about Papi's shoes?
You know what?
Did you check them out?
I did. I did get to check them out. I'm liking the two-tone right there. I like the two-tone.
Are they protective?
I have seen, you know, but I have to say, I was looking at some of the guys' shoes in there, and I might have to say, Hanley Ramirez might have the.
He's got the style points for
at least his turfs.
Okay.
I mean, when he comes up, just watch and see how shiny they are. Okay. I think they glow in the dark.
Patent leather.
Patent
you
leather.
go to the patent stuff on us, huh?
I think they put the fish scales on them. And they put a little Mickey Mouse on the back, so you might have to check them out.
What a show by Papi.
Big Papi with 13 homers this time, 21 all told.
Second winner of a brand new XM P3i radio with 3 months free service courtesy of XM.
All right, let's all take a look at it. Ryan, you can chime in too. Big Papi doing this thing.
Well, you're similar to him. Both of you tall, long swing.
Yeah, he's just out there having some fun, man. It was a good swing. As you can see, you got to check out the shoes right there. It's all in the shoes.
All in the shoes.
It's all in the shoes right there.
You saw all the weight go to his back foot, then all the weight go to his front foot on those fine shoes.
Exactly, exactly.
He's just warming up. 8 and 13 equals 21. So David Ortiz in good position, perhaps, to get into the finals. Now, we should say that part of the reason Ryan has joined us here is some of the work that he and many of the major leaguers do with Action Team program. Action Team is a partnership between the MLB Players Trust and Volunteers of America. The group provides support in the community in many, many ways. They've teamed up to create a national youth volunteer program to inspire and train high school students to become community leaders. To date, more than 30,000 students volunteered through the program. Kids organize volunteer activities at their schools. How many Action Team schools are there?
There's about 145
really?
In over 30 states. So we're trying to get out there as many as we possibly can.
How do the high schoolers and teachers get involved with it?
The high schoolers and teachers can get involved by going to the Action Team at MLBPA.org, or they can go to volunteersofamerica.org. Check it out.
We should. I know it's been invaluable to you, right?
Yeah, it has. It has. Some of my teammates, I think, from some of the footage from earlier, it showed myself, Shane Victorino, Ben Francisco going. We went out to to kind of this like old folks retirement type home, kind of condo, so to speak. And the kids were out there. It was a pretty rough day where it was raining. And I mean, they just showed a whole lot of determination being out there. We kind of helped out, showed our support, playing some pretty intense games of bingo, kind of helping out, you know, in the yard. I mean, people get serious in there about that bingo. Yeah. You know, I had some people giving me some dirty looks. I accidentally made a mistake, and you know, some folks were making some dirty looks.
That's funny.
But I mean, but it's great, you know, and it's showing the kids that, you know, you don't have to be a superstar or an athlete or anything like that to make a difference in the community.
Well, you've made a difference on that team that you play for in Philadelphia and in the community. They've rewarded you with a wonderful contract because of that. And I know that you're going to give back as much as you can on the field and off the field.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, we've had kind of a tough year this first half, but we've had some injuries and whatnot. But, you know, we get some guys back and get focused on the second half, and we'll be good to go.
Exciting 4-game series with the Reds that you guys swept, and every one of those games was different.
Yeah, definitely. Ugly but effective, I always say.
And meanwhile, not so ugly but effective as Miguel Cabrera. And,
it's amazing how he took two pitches that were a little inside, on the inside part of the plate. He hit them to right center field, over 450 feet. Incredible power.
Yeah.
I know you like to take that ball away and go the other way.
Oh, man,
he takes that ball that's in like that and goes the other way big time.
Man, definitely. I think that when you're
that's the first foul ball home run of the evening.
Yeah, I think that when you can get inside of a ball, keep your hands inside the ball, take it the other way, I think that's when things are going really well for you.
And you're working, right?
Yeah.
A little easier here where you could really wait on this BP pitching, though. You don't have any splits to be worried about.
He's been doing that during the season, too, so he's just keeping it natural.
Yeah. Ryan, how about hitting against the starter for the National League? What's a bit like hitting against that little...
Jimenez? You know what? Wow. Oh, wow. Where is that ball going?
That ball is toward the...
I could say one thing about Jimenez, you know, when I first faced him when he first came in the league, you know, obviously he had great stuff. And I think that he thought he could just kind of overpower guys throwing 98. And it's not just 98, it's 98 with movement. So that was kind of unfair in itself. But I think the one thing that's happened is that he's definitely grown and he's learned how to use this stuff and actually pitch and not just depend on his fastball, but he's setting up all his other pitches. And I mean, he's gone out there and
What does that fastball look like that comes at your hip and then breaks back over the inside part of the plate?
It's not fair.
That ain't fair,
A lot of the times with 2 strikes, it's not fair. But
Joe,
I mean,
like
it's
hell.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy when you can get a guy that throws that hard and have some movement on his pitches. It's tough.
Cabrera's got to get back in this groove here, by the way.
Yeah, and he's having some movement on the balls that he's hitting like
and
that.
Speaking of groove, this one is grooved toward the rocks.
They might rename those rocks.
They might get Miguel's rock.
Miguel's fountain.
Right.
My goodness. He's playing water ball.
The rock pile. So he's got 12. And the top 2 totals advance. And remember, Corey Hart starts with 13. So.
Corey put on a show that first round, right?
He did.
Huh?
He did.
Ryan, now let me show you something here. We'll explain this a little later, but this is, as Cabrera gets under this a little much, this is a Mickey Mantle 1951 bat, all right? It's, let's see, 35-inch long, 33.6 ounces.
Okay.
Is it much, I mean, what do you think?
It's not bad. It's a thicker handle.
Right.
My bat, I usually use a 35, 34 with a little bit of a thinner handle. I've noticed from, because I held the Jackie Robinson bat as well, that, you know, back in the days, they love the thicker handles.
Yes.
And it balances the bat out, I think, a lot more. Because this bat doesn't feel heavy at all. It feels nice, actually. I might go up there and take a round with it.
Chris, did you say 33.6 or 36 ounce?
33.6.
Yeah, 33.6.
But you can't walk off with it because Hunt Auctions is going to estimated worth about $100,000 to $150,000 in an auction.
Oh, man.
that fan fest, Major League Baseball All-Star Fan Fest. So if you were, there would be some people keeling over if you went to the plate with
right
now.
Yeah, so there'd be some issues, I guess.
Oh, no, don't do it!
I'll tell you what,
marks too.
We need to just call Billy Crystal because he bought a Mickey Mantle glove for like $300 grand.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. You know he'll probably be in there for that.
Cabrera not quite up there. So Miguel with a go ball couldn't quite do it.
I'm kind of worried about my guy here now.
Did you guys have a pick to click?
Yeah, Miguel was mine.
Yeah, I didn't.
I did Papi.
The Swam. Well, these guys took Cabrera from me, and they took Big Papi.
You had
Swami
first
didn't
pick.
do so well. I'd last.
I'm gonna have to say I think Corey Hart might be
It might be the pick to click, huh?
because he lowered his hands and he's got a slight uppercut, so now his hands go straight through the zone. And after watching that first round, he might surprise some people. He might go back to Milwaukee for a second year.
Well, Cabrera and Papi, but you know what? Miguel's not going to make it. Joey's not going to make it because Corey Hart already has 13, so he didn't catch him. Papi 21 and Corey 13 hasn't hit. Brian Howard, our champ of the Home Run Derby a few years ago, world champion a couple of years ago. Nice seeing you. Thanks for all the work you and the players do with the young folks.
Thank you very much.
At T-Mobile, we know that connection is more important than ever. We've increased network capacity, given more access to unlimited data, and provided free data for schools and students. Visit T-Mobile.com to learn more. You can also manage your account, make payments, and find T-Mobile stores that are open near you. We've been asking, are you with us? But we want you to know that we're with you.
Back here at Angels Stadium at our 2010 State Farm Home Run Derby, Boys and Girls Club of America, the official charity of Major League Baseball, reaching more than 4 million kids worldwide. Visit MLBGoBeyond.com to learn how you can help create a positive place for kids. And they're all the Boys and Girls Clubs that they're all looking for, and Miguel Cabrera is going to be out.
Yeah.
Big Papi is 21. Corey Hart yet to hit with 13. Ramirez now hitting with 9. Something to think about. Corey Hart hasn't hit for an hour and a half.
Well, there are the shoes. There are the shoes that Ryan Howard was talking about. I still like Big Papi. I still think Papi's got him beat there.
Yeah, he looks, you know, there's Papi shoes, but
yeah, see, Papi's got a little more style. These
right,
are
these,
just
no, you know what they are? These are like
flashy.
a wide receiver,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, those are a little flashy. Papi's has style.
Those are right out of South Beach.
Yeah.
Those are really good at South Beach. You can go walking down there in those big boys.
And Hanley's quite a talent. Of course, a lot was disputed or debated, I should say. You know, not long after he was benched and had to run in, you know, benched for not hustling or perceived not hustling. Freddie Gonzalez got the heave-ho.
I don't know if there was any debate, though, on whether or not he was hustling. He wasn't hustling, and he needed to be benched. And Freddie did exactly what he needed to do, I think. I don't think there was a debate.
No, not on that. But then 2 weeks later, Freddie was out of work.
No, I certainly hope that didn't have anything to do with it.
I would hope not.
Yeah, because I remember Tony Perez and both two Hall of Famers, Andre Dawson and Tony Perez, took Ramirez aside and basically told him, you know, you let your team down, you let yourself down, don't let it happen again. And I think when it comes from those two guys, you have to listen.
He listened, went on a tear, the team got hot. And I'll tell you, he's going to be around a long time. I think he's going to hustle all the time also. Lesson learned.
He's hitting good point. He's hitting homers.
Wow.
Yikes.
Well, again, he's not your typical small shortstop.
No.
Stature. He's pretty big.
And he's leading you off in tomorrow's game.
Yeah. Right.
Not typical leadoff hitter either.
No.
Wow.
Whoa! This one is pulverized to left center field. Way back and gone.
You know, it looks like he's really swinging hard, but his swing is just very efficient. He's doing exactly what you have to do.
Well, he's swinging hard, but he's got the rhythm. He's got that good timing.
And again, it's a friend that he's known for a long time, long before professional baseball, Alexis Hernandez, pitching to him.
And you know that means in the Dominican in those long winters, there is a lot of this BP being thrown to make this swing what it is today.
Good point. Hanley Ramirez with 3 homers in this outing. And a total of 12. This one will not quite get it. Talk about young players. How about the debut of this young man from the Atlanta Braves with our Aaron Andrews?
Boom, thanks so much. I'm here with Jason Hayward. And first of all, we've got to ask you, get that thumb out. How's it feeling?
Feels good. Feels really good. I expect to be playing July 15th at home.
Fantastic. And of course, all the Atlanta Braves are happy to hear about this. You told me even though you aren't able to play in the All-Star game, there was no way you were missing this. Why?
No, not at all, because the fans get to vote us in. You know, it's a great opportunity to come out and give thanks to them and just come put on a show and relax and be a part of the Midsummer Classic with all the rest of the great players at the halfway point.
Just 20 years old. What did it mean to you when you found out you made the team?
It was an honor. You know, it was an honor and a privilege, and I want to come enjoy all of them, every All-Star game I can, and hopefully there's many more to come because it's not going to last forever.
Of course, a couple of your teammates from the Braves here in Anaheim with you, and they're just saying everything just seems to be going right. What is going right for the Braves right now?
I mean, you know, it's a team atmosphere. You know, we come to the ballpark every day, and we expect to go out and get things done, and we come and have a good time. We go out there and play hard, and somebody's got to get it done that night, whether it's the offense or the pitch.
We've had all the guys over here on the desk say who they think is going to win this thing. Who do you think?
I don't know. I would say Big Papi put on the show that second round, but you know, if Miguel can keep it going, I don't know. But Corey Hart hasn't came back up yet either, so we'll see.
Exactly. Good to see you here. Thanks so much.
Thanks, you too, Ann.
All right, Chris.
You know, there's more to that young guy there than just talent.
I'm just going to say that.
He's got a great understanding of who he is and what he's supposed to do to help the team.
And total appreciation for the game of baseball. I'm so impressed by his knowledge of history and so impressed with a home run to center that goes about 430 feet.
You know, that's like a dog leg left. You hit it up there, and it kind of goes around. See, Joe? It kind of keeps rolling around to the green.
I don't play a draw.
459.
Wow.
Dead center field.
Yeah, but the ball landed on the green 600 away.
Oh.
Yikes!
Just a little out in front.
Man, oh man! Well, forget the 5 straight outs that he had. Just back to Atlanta for a minute. How about the 3 teams in the National League during first place? Atlanta, Cincinnati, San Diego. A combined 40 out last year. 40. They're all in first. Speaking of out, Hanley Ramirez says, "You're not going to get me out. I'm roaring now." 465.
Yeah. Very impressive young man.
Yeah, 7 up oomph. Yeah!
With topspin, Joe.
Yeah, that's...
Scrape the backside of the fence. What's really amazing, he has this big baggy shirt on. When you see it in slow motion, you can see how a hitter will stop his body. It's going forward, and you'll see that the shirt keeps going, and it will blast out as though there's an air hose in his shirt blowing it up as he makes contact with the ball. It's really an amazing thing with physics.
I know you got it.
Got it.
I know you got this.
I think Papi's rooting for him.
Well, he had 5 straight outs, then 5 straight homers till that one. Total is 17. David Ortiz, the total is 21. Corey Hart yet to hit with 13. Hanley Ramirez with 17, and now comes the gold ball.
Gold ball and a chance to advance.
How about that? State Farm donating. Right? Look at the money that they've donated so far with the homer.
Corey Hart will have to get none, though, in the next round.
He hadn't hit for an hour and a half.
That ain't.
That won't happen.
That won't happen. So he better get out a run with the gold ball. Needs 10. 1.
Yikes! Strikes! Here's a gold ball home run for you.
still 457.
And a little. I like his crew helping him out. Youth all around, huh?
Look just like him. The little guy who came up first. Done a good scouting report on the kids now. Wearing number 2 with a beautiful smile.
We're back at it with another gold ball potential. 18 home runs for the young shortstop, hitting a leadoff. Starting for the National League for the 3rd straight year. Does this stay fair?
Fair ball.
Yep. Up to 19.
Well, he's getting into good territory now. That he has a chance. I mean, 20, he may have a shot. You know, Corey may be a little tired.
He might be stiff.
Yeah, from sitting around all this time. Remember, he hit a long time ago.
Oh, my.
Oh, my goodness. Way back. Way back. Towards Santa Barbara.
These are like 3-2 9th inning. 1 run down. You better do something or we're going home. He's not going home. No.
Wow.
He knows.
Well, 21 ensures that he ain't going home yet. They'll retire him with Papi. They'd have a swing off if they were tied for 2nd, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're just enjoying the show.
He's done.
And the show rolls on. Gone. Now look at Papi give him the big applause. He's got the 21.
Dominican pride.
One more home run and Hanley Ramirez is guaranteed a spot.
That's right, one more homer and he is in the finals for sure.
But he has to hit it.
Yes.
It's not like he can not hit it like that. We've got a tie.
Well, we might.
We might.
We have a tie between Big Papi and Hanley Ramirez at 21, with Corey Hart still yet to hit. At least one, if not both of these guys are going to the finals. You saw him embrace up there, and there's Corey Hart waiting to hit. So the drama builds here at our 2010 State Farm Home Run Derby. How about these, Joe?
Ramirez doesn't swing the bat like a shortstop. He swings it like Alex Rodriguez used to swing it from that position. Big Papi's excited. But, I mean, he really generates a lot of bat speed, a lot of power.
Very efficient, very strong man. Loves to play the game and has the talent that very few have.
Well, Ripken won it. Cal did a home run derby. Miguel Tejada won it as a shortstop. Could we have 3? It's not unheard of. The 2010 Taco Bell Legends and Celebrities softball game coming up when we're done here. Celebrities include John Hamm, James Denton, Marisa Miller. Our own John Kruk will manage one of the teams. Cover the likes of Mike Piazza, Bo Jackson, Ricky Henderson, and our own Dave Winfield. Gary Thorne will have the call coming up after us. Jenny Finch, she could throw it too. Yeah, I think she took it easy on.
Yeah, she moved back. Moved back a couple steps.
Almost like the Eddie Feiner, huh? Remember he pitched from second base and struck out like Hank Aaron and Roberto Clemente. Willie Mays. The king.
Had that big breaking ball from second base.
All right, here's Corey Hart, who was sat for a long time. So I know he's been down in the cage and everything else, but now he's got to hit 8. He's got to hit 8. What do you think, fellas? Can he do it?
Like Joe said before, he's got to get that first one out early. If he gets the first one out early, he might have a chance. He gets down to 5 swings without a home run. You might see that bat get very heavy through the zone.
Well, he just rolled over on that first one. It's a lot different than his first go-around. But again, he's been sitting for so long.
So Corey Hart Going to make it 2 straight Brewers. Prince Fielder won it last year, but he's had 3 outs very quickly and
too much top hand, boom.
Yep.
Sandy Guerrero, his batting practice pitchers, has said, I'll get it down. Wait for that pitch down in your zone. I'll get it down there. And he did. Too quick. That's what happens. That adrenaline goes. The body's tight and tired.
Brewer fans hoping for another $5, another $1 off every ticket for those games coming up.
And they're also pulling for him to win.
Obviously.
They are great fans in Milwaukee. And even though that team has struggled, he's been one of the real bright spots throughout this season.
This is what I was afraid of, though. You know, I've seen these derbies so many times, boom, and the guy that has the best first round doesn't always mean
that's for sure
that he's going to have another good round. I mean, so he's made 6 outs now, but we've also seen guys after they've set for a while come out, make a few outs, and get into a rhythm.
Six quicks out, Joe. I don't think that's going to quite have the mustard.
Now that bat's getting a little heavy now.
Yeah, as we said before, an hour and a half between at bats, and that's going to hurt you big time.
Unbelievable,
isn't it? I mean, but Bobby, we've seen so many of these.
Yes, we have.
Things happen like this. We think that this guy's going to win, and he sits for a while, and
you said it,
and he can't pick it
up.
It
could happen.
Yeah.
And it's like that guy who has a 40 love lead in tennis,
right?
And then he starts thinking about winning rather than playing. And the game catches up on him before you know it's 40. It's
next thing you know, it's 70-68 in the 5th set.
That's it. And what happened to the lead I had?
Right. All right, Corey Hart didn't want to go from 13 to a goose egg, but we're already at the gold ball. Might as well be patient. This is it.
No.
Well, that's a shame.
It is. I mean,
there's no way around it.
No.
It's hard to sit for an hour and a half and then press the button, isn't it, fellas? You know better than the rest of us.
We talked about rhythm. We talked about timing. He did not have rhythm, and he did not have timing.
Yeah, too bad. He put on a great show, though. He got everybody just roaring in the first round, that's for sure. And Aaron Andrews is with Corey Hart. Obviously a little disappointed, Aaron.
Yeah, Chris, thanks so much. An hour and a half between at-bats. Was that a factor?
Yeah, I mean, try not to get too tired, but, you know, it was a pretty long break, and, you know, I wasn't able to get my body back to where, you know, I should be to hit homers again.
The first round, though, Corey, I mean, 13 home runs for you. I mean, what was it like walking over to the guys over here on the NL side?
That was good. You know, I wanted to obviously just make sure I got a couple, and I was, you know, obviously had a pretty good round, but, you know, I wish I had saved a few, but, you know, it was a good for me just to get to the second round, so I was happy about that.
First time in a derby. I know I read that you were in a home run derby contest when you were in the minors. You only hit 1 home run there, so how would you rate this?
Obviously much better. 13 is better than 12, or 1, but, you know, I wish I could at least hit a few in the second round, but, you know, it's just a good experience and fun to be here anyway.
Well, thanks so much. Daddy Duty calling you. They're already asking you for help. Thanks, Corey.
Thank you.
Well, Corey Hart put on a great show in the first round, but not good enough to get in the finals. Who will win the trophy? Will it be Big Papi still working it out? Or will it be Young handling risk? Battle of bats and shoes.
MLB at Home is presented by T-Mobile, here to connect you to what matters most. Learn about T-Mobile's COVID-19 response at T-Mobile.com.
The bat, the veteran, the youngster. Who will win it? David Ortiz, Hanley Ramirez. Well, we're just revving things up here at All-Star. A couple of days here in Anaheim. The MLB All-Star Red Carpet Show presented by Chevrolet. MLB Network tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then the All-Star Game on Fox and ESPN Radio tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. But right now, David Ortiz hits first. And it doesn't matter that we wipe out the totals from the earlier rounds because they had the same. So this will be the true winner of the Home Run Derby.
Good
right?
point.
Absolutely perfect.
No matter who wins, we're going to have a stylish champion. Considering the shoes.
And here it is. Who's going to win this thing,
It's a
fellas?
beautiful trophy.
It is nice.
It's going to the Dominican Republic.
Well, here, I think Papi has an edge because he's left-handed. We talked about that. So I think he does have an edge. But Ramirez, younger, stronger, I don't know. I'm going to have to, since Bobby has David, I'm going to have to take Hanley.
Well, I got David, and he's swinging great, but I agree with you. I think youth might have a little advantage here.
Won't get tired.
Big Papi's on a mission, though.
But he is on a mission. I'm staying with Papi. I picked him.
Well, you got one in the book.
Yes! Didn't look like it, but he's...
I've seen those.
I don't see those tired hands yet.
Yes!
You know, Papi has 335 career home runs. Hanley has 116. Obviously, Papi's played for a lot longer, but...
Well, guess what?
Well,
this thing is ripped to right field and gone.
And remember, there were a lot of people betting against Papi come May 1st this year. And here it is, the All-Star game.
My goodness.
A lot of people betting with him right now.
Yeah, we got to get him out of the lineup. Maybe he can't even play anymore. Really?
Well, he hasn't lost his stroke from the last time. You know what was amazing to me? There was a couple of writers who were writing they should release him. Remember when he was struggling there in Boston early in the year?
Well.
Wow!
Yeah.
Sends it way back, and this one too into the sea of red out there. The final two Boys and Girls Club kids, Malik Campbell for Papi and Victor Ramirez for Hanley, rooting for their two players to win $50,000 for their Boys and Girls Club they're representing.
Well, we saw Hanley down in the batting cage. He's not even watching. He'll know what the number is when he comes out.
It's like Papi kind of got in a different zone. And this is in the O zone. The Ortiz zone.
Over State Farm territory.
Wow. Look at Big Papi. Just spray it to right field.
He's not going to leave any breathing room for the youngster when he gets up there.
8 in the first round, 13 in the second round, already 6. Make it 7. He rolls a 7.
Papi showtime. He's got the big light on him right now, and he's loving it.
And why not?
He's loving it. Look
at this.
Well, this is the way to do it. Put all your eggs in that final basket. Don't do like we've seen. You know, the greatest show we saw was Josh Hamilton, but he ran out of gas in the final.
Yeah, we've seen some unbelievable shows, but rarely does it result in a win. Papi's been strong every at bat.
Correct.
8 and 13. Now, a little towel off, little refreshment. You know what? I know these Angel fans started, well, he's a Red Sox, and, you know, they haven't done well. If he hasn't won over the Angel fans by now. Torrey's been cheering him, of course. Old-time Minnesota Twins. Vlad's been cheering him.
He's ready now.
He's back out of the corner. Angelo Dundee has talked to him.
Well, he's been toweled out.
Bundini Brown has said a few things to him, and the champ is back out there.
I think Tony Peña's going to get tired before Big Papi.
That was the first one he got ahead of.
Yeah.
Tony looks good.
Tony the man.
This one a little bit too much towards center field to carry out.
You know, you're talking about Tony Pena. I think he deserves another shot at being a manager.
Hope he gets it.
Yeah, I do too.
His enthusiasm, his love of the game, it's contagious. I love being around him. When he's another one. He'll smile, he'll yell. You'll know he's around, but he's always true blue to baseball.
Look at Papi. Ooh, not quite. I never forget Tony was catching later in his career the Red Sox. It was actually in this park. We laughed about it before. The Red Sox are pitching a lefty. Tom Bolton hadn't pitched much. I said, Tony, tell me something about your pitcher tonight. He goes, well, he's a lefty. You know what I mean? I got it.
They're mysterious. They're tough to hit. And
I got it.
The world spins the other way for him, right?
That's all we needed. We'd sit with a big smile, laughing, chewing the seeds. Well, he's trying to hum that seed to Big Papi, who is just, you know, he's made this stage. He's just calm. This is my time. I'm not in a rush. I got the gloves to adjust. Give me some towels. Now let me pop a few homers. Look at him.
Just threw a couple souvenirs. A couple of the All-Stars needed some balls.
And he's still showing patience. Now Hanley Ramirez is out watching, and he'll watch this one curve. Oh, it's a home run. Wow. Figured you're safe sitting behind the foul pole there.
It's not the pesky pole.
Nope.
But it's a home run.
Yep. Aaron Andrews. Aaron, you got somebody interested looking on.
Yeah, I've got somebody interested looking on, and you're also cheering for Big Papi. You guys had a nice little hug here before he took the stage. You were down in the cages getting ready, and when you came out, Big Papi had 8 home runs. How much did you know what was going on out here?
I mean, I just heard the fan cheers, you know, and I told myself, you know, he got something going on out there. But like I said, David is like my dad, you know, when I was in the minor with the Red Sox, and I love him. He's a great guy.
What kind of advice have you gotten here about going up against your guy?
Just, I got to take it easy, you know, don't try to swing every pitch, and, you know, take a break.
All right, Hanley, thanks so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Well, he's going to have to swing pretty hard because Big Papi is making it awful tough with 10 home runs. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Hanley. We'll see it in work in a moment. Papi with a 10 spot in the finals. Usually you don't get that number in the final round, Joe. We've seen enough of these.
And usually you don't get the student and the mentor going up against each other at the end. That was kind of special.
Great.
It's kind of special.
It's great.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw David Ortiz was going to be in the home run derby, I said it's going to be different. But Bobby, you picked him before I could get to him. So
you keep saying that, Boomer. You had the first pick.
No, I didn't
man.
have the last
Come
pick.
on, you had the first pick. You know you're the man. You always have the first.
Trying to be a host. Trying to be a host to you. You know, you haven't done this yet.
You're very kind. You're a gracious host.
You're a Connecticut guy. You know?
That's it. Gotta take care of her own.
State Farm has donated over $400,000. So not only they sponsor it, they've done a wonderful job. And that's a lot of money to give to charity, boys and girls, etc.
Well, they just tied his last round record of 11.
Man!
Bobby Abreu had 11 in 2005, and he just tied it.
Well, and almost the same spot. Hey, he's tied the last round with 11 home runs. This is going to put quite a number for Hanley Ramirez to try to beat. Big Papi. Meaning business ever since he got selected to the All-Star squad.
And you add that performance to his performance in the first half, and look out, American League second half, here he comes.
Take a look, fellas. Wow. 450, and then this one, which we mentioned State Farm. Well, why don't we mention they almost hit the sign?
Well, you can see he is a little quieter with his lower body than the other guys we've seen.
So David Ortiz has put up quite a number. Will Hanley Ramirez be up to the task? Or will Big Papi be sipping the chowder at the end of the night?
At T-Mobile, we know that connection is more important than ever. So we're making big moves to help those who need it most. Introducing T-Mobile Connect, a prepaid plan to help keep America connected. Starting at just $15 a month, it gives flexibility for uncertain times. Visit T-Mobile.com/connect to learn more. You can also manage your account and make payments online. Stay connected with T-Mobile Connect.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2010 State Farm Home Run Derby. Aerial coverage tonight brought to you by State Farm. Log on to statefarm.com/go-to-bat. And let State Farm help you go to bat for your charity of your choice. D'Angelo wondering, hey, Dad, how's it going?
No, right here. Where are you? I'm in the final right now, but we'll see. All right, go and keep on swinging. I'll tell you in a minute.
I love it. What place you in, Dad? Well, I'm doing all right. Doing okay so far. Well, what place is he in? 11 homers in the final. David Ortiz, 8, 13, and then 11. So Hanley Ramirez must get 11.
A lot of people in this park who think of Big Papi as Papi. So one of them talking to him there, and one of them hitting here. And that's a great start, Joe. Talking about going the other way, huh? Yeah. Ooh, just
Not
missed,
quite.
though. He let it get deep. Good idea.
You know, we're seeing all these home run hitters, and I just want to throw this one in because we've seen Henry Aaron in the park and Frank Robinson and Reggie Jackson. We mentioned his name earlier. He retired just a month ago. Junior Griffey. I deep in my heart wondered whether we might, and there's Frank, might get a chance to see Junior as an all-star. Of course, he probably hadn't hit for 3 weeks, but just would have been a nice thing. Would you like, I don't know if it happened, Joe, would you like to be an all-star and take a final bow?
Well, I was thinking they might do that. There have been a couple of other players I know in the past. You know, I think when Johnny Bench was his last year, they put him on the all-star team. And Yastrzemski, you know, that year. I wish, you know, and maybe they did ask Griffey, and maybe he will be here before the week is over.
Here's the thought. So Hanley Ramirez got to get it going.
You know, the look of Frank Robinson, of pure enjoyment watching these guys swing, and Frank and Hank Aaron standing next to him. What a tribute to our game to have them still here watching the home run derby, enjoying baseball here in beautiful Orange County.
And you know what? Speaking of the home run derby, is Hanley a little short on it? Remember the original TV show way back in 1960? Who do you think had the best record in it? Hank Aaron was 6-1 in the ones that he was in.
What a coincidence.
And oddly enough, I'm just going to say this, it was at the old Wrigley Field in downtown LA. 50 years ago tomorrow, the announcer of that, Mark Scott, July 17, 1960, tragically passed away of a heart attack at 45, and they did the show no more. That's eerily just, I mean, a day later, 50 years ago tomorrow.
And if you remember,
here we are in the LA area.
He never got excited. How did he have a heart attack?
Well, I don't know.
But that was a great show. I remember I used to watch it every time it came on.
Well, you can still see it every now and then. Hanley Ramirez, does he get this over? He's back to the rocks.
Not many guys can hit line drives 20 feet over the center field fence.
They ask him, how would you like your home run? I'll have it on the rocks, please.
I mean, the only way to defense that is play him higher.
I play him higher. What? Have Bill Russell out there in center field? Is that what you mean?
He's special.
He's got work to do, though. He's got only 6 outs or 9 homers.
Remember what he did last time?
Make it 8.
Remember, he had 1 swing left last time.
Hanley Ramirez warming to the task. His friend, his soulmate, Big Papi. With 11, does this one stay up long enough? Yes! Oh, he's got that center field tracked
It's
out.
like a line drive to shortstop for mere mortals, and it keeps going over the fence. Beautiful. He's doing something correctly.
Ramirez with 4 homers. That'll be 5 outs.
Get the married men off the infield with those liners, Joe.
What possibly could you mean, Bobby?
Well, he has 5 outs and 5 to go.
That's what you meant. Thank you.
That's exactly what I meant.
You're picking up this analogy. You know, your time in Japan get you to be a thinker, I think.
Who knows what that time did?
Well, it did. It was.
You know,
like
speaking of which, I
sometime.
wish Ichiro was in this contest.
He'd be surprisingly
You'd
great.
really be surprised at what he could do.
Speaking of which, of all the home runs in the All-Star game, you know, Reggie with the light tower right on through. How about his inside the park home run in San Francisco 3 years ago? I sat in the stands, okay, with a couple of my college friends. I'm telling you, Joe, Bobby, if he had decided to then go around a second time, I think he would have had a triple. I think he would have had 7 bases on that home run. I'm telling you.
A beautiful play.
All right, look at Big Papi out there to say, relax, I'm loving it.
Buena suerte, mi hermano. I don't know.
Big Papi coming out and saying, you know what, young man, you can still do it. I mean, how good is that?
Well, that's why he is the father figure.
Just stay up long enough?
No.
Nope. No Red Sox has won a home run derby, and we go back away to the 80s. Big Papi on the verge.
You know, we're filming all these swings. They're also being captured by Right View Pro, by the Players Association of Major League Baseball, Donnie Slott's company, and they do a great job of showing people how to swing.
Sluggo?
Yeah, old Sluggo. President of a company. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. Times change.
UCLA graduate. I guess it happened.
This one will get out of here. Back, way back there and gone. He's got that track out there between pretty much the center field. That's an odd way to try to win a home run derby, isn't it?
Right. Well, it is, unless you're strong as he is.
What a great play.
Yeah.
2 outs or 6 homers. Bottom of the. We're hitting the 9th inning now. Well, now we're 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. That won't quite make it. So now the gold ball. $453,000 given out so far.
Papi would not get the congratulations yet. It was like when Reggie was standing on the steps and congratulating Gene Mont when they thought they had a win.
Don't bring that up in this park.
That's what I was thinking.
Very interesting. Don Baylor and Hendu had something to say about it. There it is. Hanley Ramirez put on a great show, but David Ortiz of the Red Sox in May. Uh-oh, can he still get it done? In July, he's an all-star and the champ of the 2010 State Farm Home Run Derby. Ortiz 11, Ramirez 5.
Well, you said he was coming into the ring, looked like a heavyweight fighter. He knocked them all out.
He did.
He did.
No decision here.
No
This was a
decision.
KO.
KO.
Right?
Yeah, clear-cut victory.
Good job, David, because he came. I mean, it was very quick. You're an all-star. Would you like to be in the home run derby? Yes, I will. And Tony Pena doesn't mind giving up the gopher balls. Great scene there as David Ortiz is our champ. We'll be back with the trophy presentation here in Anaheim when we return.
State Farm Home Run Derby is presented by State Farm. Log on to statefarm.com/go-to-bat and let State Farm help you go to bat for your charity of choice. And in part by Holiday Inn. Stay you with the official partner of Major League Baseball road trips. And Toyota.
Back at Angel Stadium, and you see the one-time score, but that's the old Big A out there. And a Big A plus for David Ortiz. Big Papi, our State Farm home run champion. And now to Erin Andrews with our winner.
All right, Boom, thank you so much. Close quarters up here, guys, huh? All right, right now I'm here with Tim Brosnan, the Executive Vice President of Business for Major League Baseball. Malik Campbell from the Boys and Girls Club of America of Fullerton. And Rand Harbert, Senior Vice President from State Farm. And Rand, I know you have a few words to say.
Yeah, first of all, David, congratulations. What a show you put on for the fans tonight. Just awesome. You know, at State Farm, we are very, very proud of our partnership with Major League Baseball, and we're also proud to support the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. So tonight, I would like to present this check for $573,000 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of America.
Good job.
Very nice.
All right, guys, now we're going to do the presentation of the 2010 State Farm Home Run Derby champion. And here's Major League Baseball's President and Chief Operating Officer, Bob Dupay.
David, congratulations, the 2010 State Farm Home Run Derby champion from the Boston Red Sox, David Ortiz. Congratulations. Just a great show. Great show.
Thank you.
All yours.
Well, Papi, in the words of your son D'Angelo here, whoa, what does this mean to you right now?
It means a lot to me. Thanks to the fans for the support. Thank you to everyone for showing out. You know, we do this for you guys. We want to make sure you guys enjoy the show and enjoy what we do right here. I really want to dedicate this to a friend of mine that just passed away this year. His name was Jose Lima. Rest in peace. Really good friend of mine. I want to really dedicate all this to him. On you, my boy.
It's very nice of you, Papi. And also, I know that you said you did this because you wanted to make sure the fans had a good time, and you have a great heart. But what did you want to prove tonight?
Well, you know, this is something that it's an honor for me to be here, to be part of Major League Baseball, to be part of those fans that support us every day. And definitely, I want to come here and make sure the fans enjoy what we do, because this is something that they put a lot of attention to, and we definitely want to put a good show for them.
Hanley Ramirez was saying during your final round what a mentor you are to him. You guys had a great hug. What does he mean to you?
Hanley is like a son to me. He grew up with us in Boston. You know, I was all over him because I know he had a superstar talent. And definitely he's showing everyone that he's capable to do what he's doing. And I'm really happy for him. And the longest I exist, I'm going to be a mentor to him.
Papi, congratulations. Enjoy the trophy. D'Angelo, what do you think? Good job, Daddy. All right. Thanks, Papi. Thanks, guys. Boom, back over to you.
All right, Aaron. All right, Papi. Thank you very much. And congratulations for a show from start to finish. Joe Morgan, Bobby Valentine, a big Papi was, look, I mean, he wants the fans, but it's also a reminder, I haven't gone anywhere.
Well,
and I'm going nowhere.
Well, he's a very, very popular winner. I think everyone was pulling for Big Papi. It's hard to pull against him, not only here, but, you know, as a Boston Red Sox. Even the Angels fan finally came around and started pulling for Big Papi.
He's a class act. He's a wonderful baseball player. I was honored to be here with you two class acts and to watch that out there on the field. Terrific night.
That was fun. That was fun. Joe, terrific. Bobby enjoyed it. 2 weeks in a row we're together. I don't know.
Fun for everyone.
1 is an accident, 2 is a trend. I don't know what they'll say if there's 3. And our thanks, of course, to Erin Andrews for a job, as always, well done. Next up here on ESPN, the 2010 Taco Bell Legends and Celebrities softball game, followed by SportsCenter, followed by a full recap on baseball tonight. There's been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. So we saw a show tonight, and maybe that's the tip of the iceberg for what we're going to see for the All-Star game here in Anaheim. We saw the fireworks from beginning to end. David Ortiz, Big Papi. It's a young man's game, but it's the veterans who still have the know-how. For Bobby and for Joe and for Aaron, I'm Chris Berman. Thanks for joining us as always. Good night from Anaheim.